So in this video we will discuss about how to use Next.js dynamic route and fetching data from external API on the Next.js 15 using Fetch API, and how to render data on server side or SSR in Next.js. So let's go. So you can see this is our home page, and you are seeing this page, and if I click the button, then it will navigate to the specific user's route. And you can see here, when we are navigating this page, then we have initially the loading indicator, and the everything, all is the data are rendered on the server. And if we refresh, then you can see every time we have great loading effect or skeletons for better user experience. And we have rendered 10 of data from JSON placeholder, or you can use any external API to fetch data, and you can display as you want. So if I click the view details or a specific user ID or user, so you can see we are rendering the details of the specific user every time. And you can see our route is changed, and this user/1 is the dynamic route, and we will know how that is work. So if I go back to users, and if I click this user, and you can see the route is automatically changed, and for this specific ID, our users is facing from the server. So that is the Next.js dynamic route. And if we go to our code base, so here we have created a new Next.js app, and here we have some reusable components. It is just user card skeleton, and it is our user card for rendering data, and it is the shape of data I am exporting for reusable this user shape or user types on the multiple components. So this is our details skeleton, and I am using SSR UI for using built-in UI from SSR. And here you can see our main page or our index page, so that we can see in our home page. So that is the page, and this is our route group of user. So why we are using route group here? So we are using route group for grouping our users together, user related route together, without expose them in the main route for better understanding. And we can use specific layout, loading and error or everything, and you will find it from Next.js docs. So when we hit, so you can see here we have just layout and loading for when any component in the suspend boundary, then the loading will be called. And this is our layout for this route groups, and we are rendering children, and this is our users. So we have a page of these users. We are just fetching data from external API using Fetch API, and if we don't have data, then just returning error, and if we have, then just returning data. And we are just getting data and just map this data over the card, and just if we have not data or loading state of this users, and await some time, then our user card skeletons or loading fallback will be called. So this is our users face that we are seeing here. So here is our user space, just few lines of code, and you can reduce code from here. And I have made just reusable smaller component for better understanding or make our code base very strong. And you can see here we have /user /user id. So this is our dynamic route. So when we hit /users /anything, so you can anything type here, but we don't have any data for this id. That's why it is returning not found, because we are return nothing here. So that's why if we don't have user, just not found, that's why here is not found. But for this id we have data, that's why the data is getting from API and just passing this data and render the data from here. So we are extract user id, extracting a user id from these params, and we are getting the data from this API. This function is called here. We are accepting this parameter as argument and passing here dynamically and fetching data from this API, and just return the specific user for this ID. So that is it. So for using dynamic routes, you should match this user ID or anything you can set here, and dynamic routes must be ref with bracket. So and the same name you can find here, and you can log it. Just you can log what is happening here. So you can log like just params. So you can log before using user ID for better understanding, because you can use anything here and the same name you will find here. So if you give here just ID or post ID or anything, so just similar name is here and here is should be matched for working or just accepting the same of this type safety. So that is our dynamic routes in Next.js, and I hope you will learn something. So I'll try to improve my voice and my teaching confidence day by day. So thank you.